This is a table of contents, starting with the introduction, who I am, what my major is, and what I hope to accomplish. The second slide will be about the company, a little bit about the company that I worked for during this internship. The third section will be about the tasks that I completed. Number 4 would be about the lessons that I hope to learn. And number 5 would be some reflections on my experience at CG Legal Technologies. Of course, this is just an introduction. My name is Zanobia. Nice to meet you. I'm a 27-year-old computer science major, and I'm at the end of my associates in science. I'm really excited to show you what I've done, because I've done a lot. Now, a little bit about the company. I worked for CG Legal Technologies, as I keep saying. It was a brand new startup. It was started in Jacksonville, Florida, which is pretty cool. It focuses on tools to help attorneys and paralegals streamline their work. It's a very small company with around 10-ish employees, including myself. And it's actually founded by an award-winning attorney in the Arlington area. This is a slide about the tasks that I completed. I completed a hardware setup. There was a few pieces of hardware that I had to set up, like printer and another printer for the office, and just troubleshooting general computer issues. I also registered domains. I used Porkbun. There are a lot of different domains that our company uses, so there was a lot of registering domains. Another thing that I've done is web design. I was given the opportunity to design one of the tools in the suite of services that CG Legal Technologies provides. This one was basically just designing a website that was like the landing page for the company, which is a big task, especially since I've never designed a website before. And then I also helped with AWS configuration. AWS is our host, so I helped set up account configuration for each user account in the organization, which was really just setting up permissions for security reasons. This slide is lessons I hope to learn. One of my biggest issues is time management and prioritization. I'm not very good at triaging what I need to do and what order I need to do it in. I've never been very good at time management. And I struggle with asking for help when I need it, which is something that is very hard to overcome. And another thing was learning how to work on my own and with a small team. I'm normally very introverted, and I've only ever worked one remote job before, so it's really hard to, once again, triage what I need to do without a boss, telling me what I need to do and when to do it. These are just some reflections on my experience. One of the things that I learned was managing time when working remotely is very difficult. working on a team is incredibly rewarding because you get different perspectives and you get input on your work that you wouldn't have if you were just working on your own. Another thing is web design being challenging. It's challenging, but it's also very fun. I really enjoyed the process of designing the website and seeing what works and what doesn't. I wasn't in charge of implementing the design. That was actually one of my colleagues. I did help, but it wasn't my main responsibility. I used a tool called Figma, which is one of the industry's leading design platforms for websites and apps. And I basically just designed a layout that I thought would work. And there's an option to export the design to HTML and CSS, but I decided to work from scratch, and admittedly, I'm still working on it. It is very hard. Another thing, and the last thing, was that imposter syndrome can be defeated. A lot of during my associates was spent just wondering if I could do computer science, not only as a woman, but as just myself. I think it requires a lot more analyzing than I'm used to, and a lot more logic, and I'm not the most logical person. I can't even do math. Not very well, anyway. So one of the things that I mentioned in my internship report was just that I felt more secure in who I was and what I was doing. And if you have any doubts, just know that the time will come where you can overcome it. And thank you for watching. That's all that I have.